Hi everyone, welcome to One Stop Mathematical Solution. Today we will be going to solve CSIR NET Mathematics June 2012 question paper. In this video, we are only dealing with the linear algebra section. First question, question 23. Let A be B and cross N real matrices. Which of the following is true? So A, B are real matrices of order n. Then what can you say about the rank of A plus B? So let us look how to do this question now. So when you guys have studied this linear algebra concept, you would have come across this statement. That is, rank of A plus B is less than or equal to rank of A plus rank of B. So you can directly correct that option. Unfortunately you guys don't remember this option, you guys take a general 3x3 matrices which is of symbol to find and generalize it for n by n matrices. So I have taken A to B here as 1, 2, 3 and last two rows as 0. So its rank is like 1 because here only one non-zero independent row is there. And I am taking B as first row 0 and the second two row as this. So rank of B is equal to 2. I am adding A and B, so we'll get A plus B as this matrix. So when you look this, row 2 is twice the row 1. So here rank of A plus B is equal to 2 because there are only two independent rows. So now we'll check each options. So we'll get rank of A plus B is not equal to rank of A plus rank of B, but rank of A plus B is less than rank of A plus rank of B. And also rank of A plus B is not equal to minimum of rank of A, rank of B. And here I have got rank of A plus B is equal to maximum of rank of A, rank of B. So we have to check for another example whether the maximum is correct for every matrix. So that's why I have taken another example here. So A I am taking like 1, 2, 3 and last two rows as 0. So rank of A is 1. B is equal to first row as 0 and the last two row I am taking like this. So rank of B is equal to 2. So I am adding these two matrices. So I'll get A plus B as this matrix. So here when we look, rank of A plus B is 3 because we have got 3 independent non-zero rows. So here I am getting rank of A plus B is not equal to maximum of rank of A, rank of B. So maximum, minimum and equality condition is not true for any n by n matrices. So the correct option is like rank of A is less than or equal to rank of A plus rank of B. Next question, question 26. Let zeta be a primitive cube root of unity. Define A is equal to zeta inverse 0, 0, zeta for a vector V is equal to V1, V2, V3, element of R3. Define modulus V suffix A is equal to square root of VA, VT, where VT is the transpose of V. If W is equal to 1, 1, 1, then modulus W suffix A is equal to. Here, if we look into the question properly, the question is actually wrong. So here they are defined modulus V suffix A is equal to square root of VA, V transpose. To find this value, we have to multiply the matrices VA and V transpose. But we cannot do here because the number of columns in V is not equal to the number of rows in A. We know that for a matrix multiplication, the number of columns in the first matrix should be equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. But it does not happen here. Here if we look, V is a 1 cross 3 matrix and A is a 2 cross 2 matrix. Here the number of columns is 3 and here the number of rows is 2. Hence these are not equal. So you cannot proceed with the matrix multiplication. Hence the question is actually wrong. Next question, question 29. The dimension of the vector space of all symmetric matrices A is equal to Aij of order n cross n, n greater than or equal to 2 with real entries A11 is equal to 0 and trace 0 is. So we have to find the dimension of the vector space. Here the vector space is given to be the set of all symmetric matrices who satisfies these conditions, these two conditions. So let us look how to do this question now. So we know the dimension of vector space of all symmetric matrices A is equal to Aij of order n cross n with real entries is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. Here they have asked this dimension of vector space which consists of symmetric matrices which satisfies two conditions. So here when we look these two conditions, we are getting two independent conditions. So if we minus these two conditions from the parent space, you will get the dimension of the question. So that is what I have done here. So the parent space dimension is n into n plus 1 by 2. Here there are two linearly independent conditions. So I am minusing that with the parent space. So we'll get like this. When we solve this, we are getting like n square plus n minus 4 divided by 2. So now let us look the correct option. So the correct option is the first one. Next question, question 35. Let n be the vector space of all real polynomials of degree at most 3. Define S from n to n by Sp of x is equal to P of x plus 1, P element of n. Then the matrix of S in the base is 1, x, x square, x cube considered as column vectors is given by. So we have given a vector space here, and on it we have defined a linear transformation by this equation. Then we have to find its matrix representation with respect to this basis. So let us look how to do this question now. So n is given to be the polynomials of degree at most 3. So I am writing its basis element alone in the set n. So n is equal to 1 x square x cube, so that I will find the image of 1 x square x cube with respect to the given linear transformation. So the given linear transformation is Sp of x is equal to P of x plus 1. That is, x is mapped to x plus 1. That is, wherever this x term appears, we are replacing it by x plus 1. Here Sp of 1 is mapped to 1 because here there are no x terms. So we need not replace anything. Sp of x is like x is replaced by x plus 1. So we'll get like x plus 1. Sp of x square is equal to, we are replacing x by x plus 1. So we'll get x plus 1 whole square. When we open the bracket, we are getting x square plus 2x plus 1. Similarly, Sp of x cube is equal to x plus 1 whole cube. We are opening the bracket, we'll get x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. Now we are writing the matrix representation of S with respect to this basis, considering it as a column vectors. So when we write 1 with respect to this, all the coefficients of x square with x cube will be 0. So the column is got like this: 1, 0, 0, 0. And x plus 1 in terms of this basis, we'll get 1, 1, 0, 0. That is written as column. Sp of x square is x square plus 2x plus 1. So the coefficient is 1, 2, 1, 0. X cube coefficient is not there, so it is 0. So similarly, we'll write for Sp of x cube, that is 1, 3, 3, 1. So we'll get like this. This is the matrix representation of S. So let us check the correct option now. So the correct option is given by second one. So from this question onwards, we'll be moving on to the part C question. That is, it has more than one options correct. So first question, question 73. Which of the following are positive definite matrix? So we have given a 4 matrices. We have to find which of them are positive definite. So let us look into the concept first of all. So positive definite means either the all eigenvalues will be greater than 0 or all principal minus. Principal minus means minus of diagonal elements should be greater than 0 and its determinant should be greater than 0. So now let us look each options now. Here I have done only 2 options. The rest of the 2 options should be done by you. So the first, I'm showing the first option now. So the first matrix is 2 1 1 2. So the principal minor is like you are deleting the first row, first column. So this is the principal minor with respect to the first one. So that is 2. So the principal minor is 2, which is greater than 0. And when we find the determinant, that is 4 minus 1, we'll get is 3, which is also greater than 0. So we'll get this matrix as positive definite. Now I am showing the second option, that is 1 2 2 1. So when we find the principal minus, that is minus along the diagonal elements, it is like 1. So it is greater than 0. Now check for the determinant part. So when we check determinant, is like 1 minus 4, that is equal to minus 3. So determinant is less than 0. So this matrix is not positive definite. So let us look to the correct options now. So the correct options are 1 and 3. Next question, question 74. Let A be a non-zero linear transformation on a real vector space V of dimension n. Let the subspace V0, subset of V, be the image of V under A. Let K is equal to dimension V0 less than n, and suppose that for some lambda element of R, A square is equal to lambda A, then. So on a real vector space V, we are defining a linear transformation, and the dimension of real vector space is given to be n. And the image of V is V0 under this transformation, and the dimension of V0 is given to be k, and it should be less than n. And suppose that for lambda element of real number, we are getting A square is equal to lambda A, then we have to find which of the options can be true for lambda. So first of all, let us check the concept. So T from V to U is called a linear transformation if for UV element of V, T of alpha V plus beta U should be equal to alpha into T of V plus beta into T of U, where alpha beta are real numbers. Second, dimension of image of its linear transformation will be equal to the rank of its matrix representation. And if a rank of a matrix is less than the order of the matrix, then the determinant is equal to 0, and conversely also it is true. And rank nullity theorem states that dimension of V is equal to dimension of image of T plus dimension of kernel of T. Equivalently, it can be used for matrices. In that case, number of columns will be equal to rank plus nullity. So the dimension of kernel of the linear transformation is called the nullity. And kernel T is equal to set of all elements in V such that T of U is equal to 0, that is identity in U. So now let us move on to the question. So in this question, A is like non-zero linear transformation on the vector space of dimension n. So I am defining an example here. So I am taking the vector space as R square. So its dimension is like 2, and I am defining a non-zero linear transformation between R square. So A is like from R square to R square, be a non-zero linear transformation, and I am defining it as A of xy is equal to x plus y comma x plus y. This transformation is linear. So if it linear means it have to satisfy the first concept. You have to check that. I have already checked that, but I have not given in this solution. So now I am writing the matrix representation of A with respect to standard basis. Since the matrix representation is with the standard basis, the first column is the coefficient of x and second column will be the coefficients of y. So we will get like B is equal to 1 1 1 1. B is just the notation of matrix representation. So its rank is like 1 because here there are only one non-zero independent row. Therefore, the dimension of image of A is equal to the rank of the matrix representation. So dimension of image is 1. So image of R square is subspace of R square of dimension 1. Also when we find the determinant, it is equal to 0. So 0 is an eigenvalue. So nullity is found by is equal to number of columns minus rank of B. So that is equal to 2 minus 1, that is equal to 1. So nullity has an element, that is kernel contains an element, because nullity is the dimension of kernel. So there is a non-trivial subspace V1 subset of R square such that Ax equal to 0 for every x element of V1. This is the definition of kernel. Now I am finding A square of xy, that is equal to A of xy. Now I am replacing A of xy by the definition. So we will get this is equal to A of x plus y comma x plus y. Now again I am applying A on this. So we will get this is equal to 2x plus 2y comma 2x plus 2y, because A of xy is like adding the both the terms. So here I can take 2 common outside. So this is equal to 2 into x plus y comma x plus y. So this term is like A of x. So we got A square of xy is equal to 2 into A of xy. So we got a lambda is equal to 2 such that A square is equal to 2A. So now let us look into the correct options now. So we got a lambda other than 1. So this option is wrong. And we got determinant A to be 0. So this is not correct. So second is also wrong. Lambda is the only eigenvalue of A. No, because we got 0 as an eigenvalue also. So this is also wrong. Only the fourth one is correct. So the correct option is fourth one. Next question, question 76. Let V1 and V2 be subspace of vector space V. Which of the following is necessarily a subspace of V? So when we are given two subspaces, we have to find which of the option can be again a subspace. So first of all, let us look into the concept. So W is called a subspace of vector space V if 0 element of W and U plus V element of W for every UV element of W. And if two subspaces are given for a vector space V, then its intersection is a subspace and union is subspace if and only if W1 is subset of W2 or W2 subset of W1. And W1 plus W2 is always a subspace, and W1 minus W2 is never a subspace because there is no 0 element for it. For an subset to be a subspace, 0 should be an element from this concept. So this cannot be a subspace. So from this concept, you can directly tell which of the options are correct. So the options becoming correct are 1 and 3. Next question, question 77. Let n be a non-zero 3 cross 3 matrix with the property n power 3 is equal to 0. Which of the following is or are true? So we are given a non-zero 3 by 3 matrix which satisfies this property. Then we have to check which of the following can be true. So let us look into the concept. For an n by n matrix, we can write the characteristic equation as x per n minus s1 x per n minus 1 plus x2 x per n minus 2 plus etc. up to plus minus 1 whole per n Sn, where Sk is the sum of all principal minors of order k. So S1 is the trace of the matrix and Sn is the determinant of the matrix. And root of the characteristic equation is the eigenvalue. An algebraic multiplicity of the eigenvalue is the number of times eigenvalues repeat. And geometric multiplicity is found by this formula, that is equal to order of the matrix minus rank of A minus lambda I, where lambda is the eigenvalue. And the vector x which satisfies A minus lambda I into x equal to 0 is the eigenvector for the corresponding eigenvalue lambda. So now let us proceed to the question. So we have given the question n power 3 is equal to 0. So instead of n we are replacing that term by x, so that we'll get the characteristic equation. So we'll get x cube is equal to 0, and the roots of the equation are called the eigenvalue. So the eigenvalue is 0 with algebraic multiplicity 3, because here 3 times the value is repeating. And when we compare this equation with the general form of the characteristic equation, which I have given in the concept 1, we'll get trace of n is equal to 0 and determinant of n is equal to 0. So now I am forming n by using the Jordan canonical form. So the eigenvalues are written and are repeating 3 times. So we will get 3 by 3 matrix. So we'll get like this matrix. Here when we look, the rank of n is equal to, actually it is 2. Here I have done a mistake here. Therefore geometric multiplicity of 0 is equal to order of the matrix minus rank. So that is equal to 3 minus 2. Here actually it is 2. Okay, you have to correct it. That is equal to 1. So geometric multiplicity and the algebraic multiplicity are not equal. So hence n is not diagonizable, because for diagonizable, its algebraic multiplicity and geometric multiplicity should be equal. Here it is not equal. Now I am finding the eigenvector with respect to 0. So we have to satisfy that last concept, that is n minus lambda I into x equal to 0. Here lambda is 0. So it should satisfy nx equal to 0. So I am taking it as a column vector x1, x2, x3. So when we multiply this and equate to 0, we are getting x2 equal to 0 and x3 equal to 0. x1 can be any real number. So we'll get x is equal to x0, 0. That is equal to, I am taking x outside, that is equal to x into 1, 0, 0. So we got only one linearly independent non-zero vector. So let us now check the correct options now. So the correct option is n is not diagonizable, so it is not similar to a diagonal matrix. So first one is correct, second one is wrong. N has one non-zero eigenvector, S it is correct. N has 3 linearly independent eigenvectors. Now it is not correct, because we only got one independent eigenvector.